step in because what this judge is getting away with is disgraceful, including the fact that we have thousands of people, we have 100,000 people in New Jersey. They would like to show their support. It's like an armed camp outside. You can't get one person within 3 blocks of this courthouse.
Wrong.
We're expecting a huge crowd of Trump supporters.
Huge crowd.
There's one.
Well, do you want to count the dog? Do you want to count the dog?
Is your dog a Trump supporter?
No.
No?
He's a dog.
Just a dog?
Yeah.
Are you a Trump supporter, sir?
Yeah, yes.
How many Trump supporters would you say are here today?
2.
2? Okay.
Well, a whole 2.
Officially 2?
2.
Welcome back to What Was That? I'm Gabe Sanchez. Donald Trump and his cult are so desperate to make him look good that they are now pushing this insane lie that there were 100,000 people at his rally.
He had over 100,000 people in New Jersey. By some estimates, far more than that.
Donald Trump firing up a massive crowd of up to 100,000 people in deep blue New Jersey.
We had over 100,000 people come. It was organic.
So there's 100,000 people there. As nearly 100,000 supporters turned out for him in New Jersey.
More than 100,000 people attended.
There were, 100,000 people at this rally on Saturday?
Almost, 100,000 in New Jersey?
And you know what they don't talk about on a lot of the media? You will, but others won't, is the fact that we had 100,000 plus people.
They're even whining about how no one covered the amount of people at Trump's rally.
The most underreported major story. If you're sitting there, I watch Sunday shows, not one outside hours was actually going to point out over 100,000 people showed up in a place that he lost by 15 points. I know people came from Pennsylvania and New York, obviously. They sat for hours. It was 50 degrees, maybe even lower. You know how windy it gets at those beaches? Steve knows. At Wildwood, New Jersey, 100,000 people that couldn't get close to the stage. They want to be a part of it.
Except they did cover it. I mean, just listen to RSB on foam at the mouth as Trump's plane arrives.
We may break 100,000 people tonight. And with that, we ask you direct your attention to the skies for the return of Trump Force One to the great state of New Jersey. Put your hands together for the 45th and 47th President of these United States, President Donald J. Trump.
The guy on the mic sounds like a high school sports announcer who just snorted a line of Trump's Adderall. And of course, Trump had to mention the crowd size.
You know, you can't even see the back. There's so many people here. There's so many people here. Man. Over 100,000 people. This is supposed to be, you know, they thought they'd hit 40. So they more than doubled it, but you can't even see the end. I wish we didn't have the press here.
But if we look at the crowd as Trump is giving his speech, people are leaving in droves. Just look at them walk away from the guy that they claim gets a bigger crowd than Bruce Springsteen.
Where he has 100,000 people show up, 100,000 people. Yeah. I mean, Bruce Springsteen can't pull half of that amount.
Don't steal our thunder. We're getting into
Trying not to, but I'm excited about this.
Eric, you're not only wrong, but regurgitating your dad's lies won't make him love you more. Let's compare videos, shall we? Here's Trump's rally. Not a lot of people. They're all leaving. Pretty boring stuff. And here is Bruce Springsteen's concert where he sold out MetLife Stadium for 3 nights with over 82,000 people a night. Trump really went into the boss's backyard and tried to claim that he had more people in his crowd than Springsteen.
Is there anything better than a Trump rally? If some of these wackos came along, you know, these liberal singers said, actually vote for me. You know, they all vote for me. They say, oh, Trump, I don't know. You know, like Bruce Springsteen. We have a much bigger crowd than Bruce Springsteen, right? Much bigger.
There were not 100,000 people there. That would be
fake news.
But leave it to Trump and his MAGA base to try to spin this glaring lie as a massive turnout. Like serial plagiarist and resident MAGA moron Benny Johnson, who went on a bender trying to defend Trump by saying that there were 80,000 plus people in attendance at Trump's rally in Wildwood, New Jersey. 80,000 people? Can MAGA even count that high? They can barely count their way through the Bill of Rights. Or in his life that Taylor Swift was a government psyop for the Pentagon? This guy said that he exposed a massive conspiracy that Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce, the NFL, were all working together to get President Biden reelected.
This is what I think is going to happen. There's going to be like some type of proposal after the Super Bowl is rigged for the Chiefs. And then the two of these people reach like crazy levels of absolute fame. And then they take all that fame that has been given to them by the rotted corporate press, media, entertainment industry that explicitly backs Democrats, and then they use that
in order to try and save Joe Biden. Taylor Swift, of course, also a psyop.
And when none of that happened, little Benny cowardly deleted all of his posts about it. Let's look at what a 70,000 person venue actually looks like. This is Taylor Swift's concert at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles. But sure, Trump's rally had 80,000 to 100,000 people.
Right.
Just for good measure, let's zoom out for a bird's eye view of his rally. Yeah, that is definitely not 80,000 to 100,000 people. Also, not sure how it can be 80,000 or even 100,000 when Lisa Fagan, the spokesperson for Wildwood, New Jersey, said that the max capacity, again, the max capacity was 20,000 people. And if we look at the perimeter that has been set up for Trump's rally, this is way less than 20,000 people. And if we do some analysis on the crowd size, there are approximately 3,100 people in attendance. And just to make MAGA feel better, let's double that number and say that there were 6,200 people there. Nowhere close to 80,000 or 100,000. But hey, it seems MAGA and the GOP really want to repeat 2020. They made their bet in now. They're gonna have to lie in it. Which reminds me, I want to thank today's sponsor, Miracle Made. Did you know that traditional bed sheets can harbor more bacteria than a toilet seat? It can lead to acne, allergies, and stuffy noses, and it's just gross. Miracle Made offers a whole line of self-cleaning antibacterial bedding, such as sheets, pillowcases, and comforters that prevent up to 99.7% of bacteria growth and require up to 3 times less laundry. Using silver-infused fabrics inspired by NASA, Miracle Made sheets are thermoregulating and designed to keep you at the perfect temperature all night long, so you get better sleep every night. These sheets are infused with silver that prevent up to 99.7% of bacterial growth, leaving them to stay cleaner and fresh 3 times longer than other sheets. No more gross odors. Miracle sheets are luxuriously comfortable without the high price tag of other luxury brands and feel as nice if not nicer than sheets used by some 5-star hotels. Stop sleeping on bacteria. Bacteria can clog your pores, causing breakouts and acne. Sleep clean with Miracle. Go to trymiracle.com/Gabe to try Miracle Sheets today. And whether you're buying them for yourself or as a gift for a loved one, if you order today, you can save over 40%. And if you use our promo Gabe at checkout, you'll get 3 free towels and save an extra 20%. Miracle is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you aren't 100% satisfied, you'll get a full refund. Upgrade your sleep with Miracle Made. Go to trymiracle.com/Gabe and use the code Gabe to claim your free 3-piece towel set and save over 40% off. Again, that's trymiracle.com/Gabe to treat yourself. Thank you, Miracle Made, for sponsoring this episode. This is your daily reminder that rally turnout does not predict election results. But don't worry, that didn't stop Roger Stone from desperately trying and failing to defend Trump's crowd lie. Yeah, New Jersey's in play for real Donald Trump. Could Joe Biden draw a crowd like this? Well, here's the thing. This photo is from 1994 at a Rod Stewart concert at Copacabana Beach in Rio de Janeiro in front of an estimated 3.5 to 4.2 million people. The beach and the mountains were a dead giveaway, but I doubt MAGA knows basic geography. I mean, they can't even find New Jersey on a map. Remember, this is the party that wants to defund the Department of Education. And after getting mocked online, Roger Stone tried to play it off as a joke. Liberals have no sense of humor. Guys, it was a joke. You believe me, right? It was a joke, I swear. Well, if that was a joke, then why was this posted all over places like Twitter, True Social, and 8chan? The reason is MAGA needs to believe that it's true. I mean, just imagine what would happen if you somehow convinced them that everything that they believed since 2015 was a lie. They would be destroyed, and there was no coming back from that. But let's check back in and see how Trump's crowd is doing. At this point, he's been speaking for about 90 minutes, and the crowd is sparse.
Yikes!
But this whole crowd size narrative goes all the way back to Trump's inauguration. Remember when Trump forced Sean Spicer to do a press conference about it?
In one particular tweet, to minimize the enormous support that had gathered on the National Mall. This was the first time in our nation's history that floor coverings have been used to protect the grass in the mall. That had the effect of highlighting any areas where people were not standing, while in years past, the grass eliminated this visual. This was also the first time that fencing and magnetometers went as far back on the wall, preventing hundreds of thousands of people from being able to access the mall as quickly as they had in inaugurations past. Inaccurate numbers involving crowd size were also tweeted. No one had numbers because the National Park Service, which controls the National Mall, does not put any out. This was the largest audience to ever witness an inauguration, period, both in person and around the globe. Even the New York Times printed a photograph showing that a misrepresentation of the crowd in the original tweet in their paper, which showed the full extent of the support, depth, and crowd and intensity that existed. These attempts to lessen the enthusiasm of the inauguration are shameful and wrong.
And what's even more embarrassing is how Trump demanded a government photographer to edit official pictures at his inauguration to make the crowd appear bigger. Here's a tip for all the guys out there. Just because you zoom in and crop a photo doesn't make it bigger. And just because you say a lie enough times, it doesn't make it true. Here is Trump's lackluster 2017 inauguration compared to Obama's 2009 inauguration.
It's sad, isn't it?
Obviously, size is a main concern for Donald Trump, or rather, a huge insecurity. Remember when he got triggered about comments about his hands?
Are they small hands? And he referred to my hands. If they're small, something else must be small. I guarantee you there's no problem. I guarantee it.
The only reason that someone feels the need to defend their hand size during a debate on national TV is because they are embarrassed and insecure about their I mean, look no further than Stormy Daniels, who has had firsthand experience.
Which of these mushrooms, orange mushrooms, would most represent the commander-in-chief of the United States military? Oh, is this the one?
It's a nubbin! It's a nubbin! It's a little nubbin!
Well, that's all for me today. Thanks so much for watching, and feel free to follow me at I Am Gabe Sanchez. What Was That is made possible by viewers like you. And if you'd like to support the show and get early access to content, you can contribute to my personal Patreon at patreon.com/IamGabeSanchez. Thank you for your support. So until next episode, I'm Gabe Sanchez, and this has been What Was That?